5 tech stocks you can buy and hold for the next decade. So I saw this article, it caught my attention, and I thought to myself, let me take a look at it and see what overlap I have with their 5 picks and what I am currently holding in my portfolio. Now, I just recently did a video where I was sharing my top 5 investments when it comes to my individual investments that I've been adding into my growth portfolio. And they were Nvidia, Apple, Google, Amazon, and Tesla. And I had a few other bonuses in there. But I wanted to see what overlap I had with this article. So this article highlights a few that I just recently touched on, and those are Nvidia, Google, and Amazon. But two others on the list are Microsoft and Netflix. I also have Microsoft in my portfolio. It was not in my top 5, but today we're going to take a look at those two other stocks that they mentioned, Netflix and Microsoft. So it was nice to see that my investment picks overlap with their picks because I am a long term investor. So I was interested in seeing what about these particular investments make them wise choices to hold on for a decade or even more. So, first off, Netflix, they just had their earnings and they beat when it comes to revenue, most definitely when it comes to global subscriptions added and more. And when it comes to their subscription growth, it's not just like in the US and Canada, it is worldwide. So, this report shows that their latest project, which is called Stargate AI, is drawing significant attention for Netflix. It's showing that they continue to innovate, and not just when it comes to content, but how they deliver it and improve the user experience. Now, let's talk about the numbers. As you can see here, they had their earnings midweek and their stock price shot up. They hit an all time high of 986.28. They have pushed their subscription gains by cracking down on password sharing. This move has brought in an estimated 5.9 million new subscribers in Q2 alone. Their content driven strategy combined with their advancements when it comes to AI could keep this momentum going. So, Netflix is not just a streaming service anymore. They're branching out into gaming and using AI to transform content production. So, if they're able to get this right, we could see long term growth that puts them in the same league as other tech giants that we've been hearing their names for the last few decades. And while I don't hold Netflix right now in my portfolio, I don't have that direct exposure. I do have exposure to it because I invest in ETFs that track these big name companies. For example, VU, which gives exposure to the S&P 500. So this is one to watch if you're thinking about diversifying into the tech space. Right now, the average price target that I found on Moomoo is $1,113 with a high of $1,494. Next up, we're going to take a look at Microsoft. Now, this is a newer addition. I only have about 2 shares so far, a little over 2 shares, but because dollar cost averaging exists, no matter what the share price is, I can add these type of investments to my portfolio. So Microsoft as well as Netflix have a little bit of a higher price point than some of my other blue chip stocks. For example, Nvidia at about $140, or even Google, Amazon, and Apple between 200 and 230. But I don't let that hold me back. I go about investing even small amounts until I can build up my share size. When it comes to Microsoft, they've been dominating in the cloud computing space with Azure. According to the article that I was taking a look at, Microsoft is one of those stocks that you can comfortably hold for the next decade. They are pushing into the AI and subscription services like Office 365, which makes them one of the most diversified tech giants right now. So, when it comes to Microsoft, I will be continuing to add it to my portfolio. I took a look at their price targets also, and they have an average price target of 509 and a high of 575. Their stock price also made a big move midweek, just like Netflix. Microsoft, along with many other of the Mag 7 stocks, are coming up later this month and next month. So on January 29th, we have Tesla, Microsoft, and Meta. January 30th, we have Apple. And then next month, we're going to have Amazon, Google, and Nvidia earnings. So we'll be keeping an eye out on their performance against the expectations. These top stocks drive a huge portion of the market growth. I invest into the entire Mag 7 and I have extra exposure to them through the ETFs that I invest into. So I'll be paying attention to these upcoming earnings, interested in the forward guidance, any updates on AI and cloud computing, as well as things specific to the companies like Tesla's profit margins when it comes to their cars or Meta's ad business, Nvidia's GPU sales, for example. These are all elements that are crucial specific to these particular companies. So I'm going to reference Warren Buffett again. He is one of the greatest investors of all time. And he even says that an S&P 500 index fund is the best option for most investors. So yes, today I'm sharing about some individual stocks that I hold in my portfolio. But remember, you can start off with an index fund. You can use it as your foundational investment, or you can just stop right there if you don't want to take on the responsibility, research, work of choosing these individual stocks. But don't let the opportunity of investing pass you by. Netflix is not a part of it, but taking a look at the Mag 7, Apple, Nvidia, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, Google, and Microsoft, they make up a little over 30% of the S&P index. So their performance could really set the tone for the market over the next few months. And if you're invested into ETFs like a VU or QQQ, for example, you've got significant exposure here. So pay attention to those earnings reports. Be consistent with your investing. Continue adding those quality investments to your portfolio so that you can take advantage of the type of moves that these companies are making, like Netflix innovation, Microsoft's continued dominance. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this article? Do you think that Google, Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia are all strong holds that you can have in your portfolio for the next decade? So if you're not already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure to leave me a comment, check out my referral links, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye.